Alright, this is going to be a recap of episode 12 of season 3's finale titled Get Real. So, Liza and Kelsey just got back from the Hamptons, and it was right after Liza was caught by Josh kissing Charles when he was going to try to propose to her. So, Josh has not been responding to any of Liza's texts, and she goes to work the next day, and Charles even tells her that he wants to take a step back and just not get in between Josh and Liza at all. At work, they go to a life coach who's going to be they're trying to get a book deal with. Liza and Kelsey go to the life coach's seminar, and her ex-husband happens to be there, and he has the life coach call her and confront her about why they're not still together. And Liza realizes it's because she really loves Josh and she wants to be committed to him, and she realized she made a stupid mistake by allowing Charles to kiss her or have anything happen between them. So she leaves the seminar and she texts Josh and she says, look, I want to explain everything to you and I want to be with you. And he has her come to his house finally after not responding. And she says, look, I'm all in this. I want to be with you. And he says, no, you lied to me and I was there for you. I trusted you. I still wanted to be with you, but then you cheated on me. So how am I supposed to deal with that? So she ends up leaving. Josh is really upset and she goes home. And Maggie's there, and she says, hey, you gotta pick yourself up because we have company. And it turns out that Kelsey had gotten kind of kicked out of her boyfriend's house, so she's staying with them. And Liza just realizes, look, I can't lie about this anymore. I need to just tell her the truth. I'm supposed to be such a good friend to her. So she sits Kelsey down on the couch and shows her a picture of her daughter, and she says, look, this is my daughter. She's 18 years old. And Kelsey's like, what? And she's like, I'm not 26. I'm actually going to be 41 years old in just a few weeks. And Kelsey's like, I don't understand. So then she says, let me explain. And that's the end of the episode. So what I think is going to happen in season 4 is I really don't think Kelsey's going to hold this against Liza at all, because she's a pretty genuine person. She doesn't like to see the bad in things, and she's pretty understanding and just wants to work through it. But I think she is going to be pretty upset that she's just lied to her for so long because they're supposed to be such good friends, and not only about her age, but also about Charles. Liza has never told Kelsey about her mini affair with Charles. So it's not only was she lying to Josh about that, but she was lying to all of her friends. So they don't even understand why Josh was mad at her. I don't think that once she tells Kelsey everything, that Kelsey would tell Diana and Charles. I think that she would want Liza to make that decision on her own. I think she's going to be like, look, I think they're going to understand. Obviously, you may not be part of the millennial project that they're working on, because she's obviously not a millennial anymore. But I don't think that they'd be so harsh as to fire her for that. But I think Liza's going to have a lot of not wanting to do that, because I don't think she's going to be ready to really admit everything. I think she's going to try and show Josh, look, I can be committed to you. Look, I want to be with you, by saying that, look, I've told Kelsey. But I honestly don't think that's going to be enough for him, because he's already been through so much of keeping all of her secrets for the past year. And just because now she's told, that doesn't still change the fact that she cheated on him, which she did. And technically not even just that once, even though it was only a kiss, but they had kissed before, which he doesn't know about. I don't really think that Josh is going to get over this, because, even in the beginning, he wasn't really so gung-ho about them even being in a relationship. It was honestly pretty strange that he jumped so quickly to propose to her, because before, he was like, oh, this is fun, this is a good time. But as soon as he thought that she got pregnant, he was like, oh, I'm all in. And honestly, it's a little rude for him to even do that, because she only really got divorced a few weeks ago. Maybe a couple months, but they've only been in a relationship for about a year. So it just seems really kind of rude of him to think oh, you want to marry me so quickly after she just got out of such a long marriage. I think it's really interesting too that Josh was the first person to really point out that Liza is a liar. She's lied about her age, she's lied about her relationships, and done so much to hide this and keep this from people. One thing I really do like about Liza, though, is that she is really honestly inspirational for realizing after such a long time and being out of the game and just being a housewife that, she wants to change her life. 40 years old, it's hard to do that. And I think it's just inspiring that she decided to make this change to her entire life and switch everything around, even though everything is a lie that she's telling people. But sometimes you have to do what you have to do to get what you want. That's what makes Liza's character so relatable, is that she's, doing all these things that she wants to do. And even though she's lying about it, like, we still like her. And, who doesn't want to change their whole life and start over again? But that's all I have for what I think is going to happen in season 4. So we're just going to have to wait until episode 1 comes out and we'll see.